Welcome everyone to another Fire Emblem Heroes video. I'm your host Indulger, and today we'll be going over Grandmaster 28 Breakthrough the Siege for the Tactics Drill series. Alright, this one is pretty tricky, so I'll try to point out some of the things that make this solution work. I admit I had to get at least one hint because I just couldn't figure out what was going on. I'll mention that when I get to it, but as like most of these Grandmasters, the first turn is sort of set for you. You can't do much else. I mean, if you try to do anything with this Camilla, she just dies. I mean, you could try that, but it doesn't do anything. So, we'll get to her in a second, but she can't do much. Faye has a choice to take this Lance Flyer down, and the game's kind of telling you, yeah, that's not the right solution because she lives with 2 HP. You don't really want to do that. So Faye has two moves, basically. Hit this or hit this. So, let's look at this side. If you hit that side, that helps Kane out. And this 5 HP that he takes there is very important later. So you'll see, if you play around with it, it just won't work. So this is the only answer. Faye has to hit this guy. So Kane ends up having full HP for the next couple turns here. Then you got to figure out what you want to do with Jerome. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. These all lead to death. He can basically stand pat, go down, or hit. So you'll see that if you hit, it's helpful because A, it gets him out of the range, and then you can finish off this other one next turn. And then that leaves Camilla. What do you do with her? I mean, there's nothing, like I said, there's not much else. So the only thing you can do without dying, if you die here, or if you move here, the blue mage gets you. If you move here, the blue mage gets you. The bow fighter gets you. Bow fighter gets you. So this is the only move you can move for Camilla. You can play around with it. I mean, I certainly did, but again, thankfully, if you figure out turn 1, you can at least see what you have to do next. Alright, so the obvious threat now is this sword dragon. Someone's got to kill this thing because Camilla can't do it by herself, and the note's kind of giving you an answer. Use Wings of Mercy. So Faye can't do it because she just doesn't make sense for her to do it, so we have to do it with Kane. And if you remember that 5 HP loss that we would have hit, if Faye wouldn't have hit, this wouldn't have worked. So the game is basically giving you a hint that, yeah, that was the path you had to take. And if you ever live with 1 HP, you're doing it right. That's just how this mode works. So, okay, now what? So Faye has a couple options, and this is the one I had to find a hint on because I just wasn't getting it. So what you can do with Jerome is knock back again. But then what do you do with Faye? You have two options, really, and I went down this path for a while. If you hit this bow fighter, you die. But you can stay here if you want. And that's fine. That will work. But it kind of sucks. I wish the game wouldn't give you that option. But if you go over here, you die. So she has two options. Wait here or just wait. And this is the only thing I didn't see. You have to take this Brave Axe. And thankfully, it's been debuffed so you can hit this. So again, if you're on the right track if you live with 2 HP. So, alright. This blue mage isn't going to be a problem for a while, and we can't really do much because again, on Wings of Mercy can't go on the forest, so we're going to leave that alone. So what's next with Faye? Do we want to do anything here? No, because she'll end up being dead. So here's another non-intuitive thing, and for the longest time I didn't see that freaking Camilla had drag back. I didn't even look at those skills. So what you really have to do with Jerome, and this is not obvious to me, is you have to cripple the green mage, get Kane out. That if you play around, that is really Kane's only move is to get him out of there. But here's the thing: if you don't do what I'm doing now, you'll end up at the end game with Jerome basically at full health. You need him dead to trigger Wings of Mercy. So the way you can do that, it may look not like a good idea to have a flyer handle a bow fighter, but he ends up getting hit by the mage and not dying. So now we gotta figure out what to do with Faye, and then really the only option, these are out, is that. It's the only thing you can do. So that's nice. The game sort of told you that. So like I said, Jerome takes a hit from the mage, and now we're in the end game now. So here's the note again. In the end game, the last phase, be careful of the order you choose for attacking. Well, okay, we still have one more turn to get there, but yeah, now we can take care of this. I tried to play around with Jerome, maybe doing a drag back and hitting him. You can take him out, but then you're just not in position at the end of the game. So what you have to do is, since Camilla can't hit him, you have to hit him with Faye, because she's got a fire sweep, and then you can do the same thing you did last time with a Brave Kane, and now they're both out of the way. So, now what? So you gotta get this Jerome out of danger. If you hit anybody with Jerome, you die. So thankfully this water's here. He's got really good defense. And this axe flyer has been debuffed. How are they being debuffed? I don't even know. Does somebody have an attack? That's one thing I didn't figure out. Oh. Threaten attack? Yeah, okay, so the Kane threatened attacked him. So, alright, so we're going to put Jerome here to handle this. And then end our turn because Camilla can't do anything at this point. So Jerome can survive that, do enough damage to him for the end game to actually finish him off. Alright, now, okay. So now we got to be very careful of how the order plays out here. And this is the thing you have to be worried about. He's the only thing at full HP, and you got to figure out how to beat him. This makes sense that Camilla needs to hit him. It makes sense because nobody else can really damage him. It's not going to be Jerome. If you look at Kane's stats, it's 40. It's not going to be him. So it has to be Camilla. So what can we do to get Camilla the kill? Let's look at the skills. Ah, there it is. Distant guard. Much like the last one, if you get rid of this guy, Camilla can finish him. So we got to figure out how to get rid of this guy so Camilla can finish him. Alright. So what we can do is have Faye beat the green mage. Does that make sense? Not necessarily. Because you can't get on this. You really want the Kane to warp here. And that won't work. So what we can do is use hit and run again to put us in position to have Kane warp. Now we can have Faye beat the green mage. Get rid of the thief. And that, with his distant guard gone, we can now finish the bowfighter. So that's the solution for this Grandmaster. Pretty tricky, but not too bad. The game gives you a lot of hints, so I really like that one. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. Until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.